Megan and I work for the Blue Ridge Humane Society. Welcome to our Critter Corner. I'm so excited that you guys are here today because I get to introduce you to three of our very special friends. We have 3 pet rats. Yes, you heard me right, I said rats. Are you surprised by that? Have you or someone you know ever had pet rats? If so, you are so lucky because they are the smartest, cutest, funnest little pets to have. They make wonderful pets. And today I'm going to teach you a little bit about rats, and then you're going to get to meet the 3 rats that we have here. So pet rats are also called fancy rats. So they didn't get that name because they like to wear a suit and a tie and go to fancy parties, although that would be really cute. They got that name from being domesticated, and that's just the name that came along with the domestication, was fancy rats. So over generations, they were bred for their temperament and their looks to become what we know as the domesticated or fancy rat. And you can think about it like the difference between a wolf and a dog. So we would never have a wolf in our house as a pet, but we have dogs. Just like we would never have wild rats in our house as pets, but we have fancy rats. So that is what a fancy rat is, just a domesticated rat. Just like a dog is domesticated to become a pet. That's how rats became pets. So we have 3 of them here. Like I said, we have Oscar. And Oscar is our oldest rat. He is a little over like 2 years old. We don't know for sure because Oscar was at a pet store and his original owner got him and his brother and had them as pets and didn't have the time for them and needed to rehome them. So we took them in to the Blue Ridge Humane Society and had them as pets here. And they are very sweet, but like other animals, rats need to be handled and loved on and spend a lot of time with when they're young, so they get used to people and then will be more social. And Oscar and Scotty, they didn't really have that experience when they were really young, and we don't think, and so they're just not as social. Oscar does not like to be held. He squeals and he gets really stressed, and we've worked with him a lot on it, but he still really doesn't like to be picked up. So we never want to stress an animal out and force them to do something that they don't want to do. And so we let Oscar be. We don't force him to be picked up or handled in that way, but he is very sweet and social. When you have treats, he'll come over and he'll interact with you, and we'll give him outside cage time and things like that. But we don't pick him up and we don't handle him just because he really doesn't like it. Then we have our 2 other rats. So we have Taquito and Churro. Taquito and Churro just turned a year old, and we've had them for a little under a year. So we got them when they were very young. Hey. The person that had them adopted 2 female rats, and they were both pregnant, and she didn't know it was so early that she couldn't tell. And then she ended up with a lot of rats, so she needed to rehome them. And she wanted to make sure that they went to a really good home and would be taken care of. And she worked really hard to make them social. She worked with them from a very young age to handle them and get them used to people. And then we connected, and I talked to her about our education program and where they would be going, and she was really excited to hear that they were going to be a part of our program. So then they came to live with us. So that's Taquito and Churro, and they are so sweet and funny. Churro still doesn't like to be held as much as Taquito does. Taquito is like our explorer. He likes to go and check things out and see what's going on. He's more adventurous. And Churro's a little bit more laid back, and he's okay to be held, but it's not his thing like Taquito. This is Taquito here. This thing that I have around my neck is shaped like a donut. It stretches out like this, and it's got a pouch here, and you see Taquito hanging out here. Hi, buddy. Hi. So this is a really good scarf to have when you're trying to bond with rats and get them used to people. And it's always just a fun thing to have them kind of ride around in here. And so they just like to kind of hang out and be close to you. And Taquito's hanging out with me today. All right, this is Taquito here. And he is, like I said, he's our more adventurous rat. He likes to get out and explore and see things. Let me get him here for you. Say hi, Taquito. This is Taquito. Hi. You see his long tail here? He uses that to balance and walk across things. So if he crawls up my arm, you'll probably see him do it. But he uses his tail to kind of guide him. Come on, buddy. Crawl up my shoulder. Hi. There we go. There he goes, and his long tail. Let me get him back in his cage. There we go. Good job, buddy. Let's see who we have here. So I'll give you a tour of the cage, and then we'll get to meet the others as we go along. But so the cage here for rats, we like to have a cage that has open bars that allows airflow. So we would never want a rat inside of an aquarium, a closed space like that, because air gets trapped and they can get colds. They're really prone to getting colds, and it can be really bad for them. So we like to have them in a cage where airflow can come through and well ventilated, and they can stay safe and happy and healthy. So we have them here, and we like to provide a lot of things in their cage to keep them entertained. Hi, buddy. Hi, Taquito. Hi. Look, can I take this? All right, so we have an igloo. These are really cool because it's got a little doorway here that they can go into and hang out in here. They like to sleep in here. Sometimes they'll put some paper in the cage and they'll tear it up and make little nests in here. So these are really nice things to have for rats. And then we've got a little tunnel. They like to crawl through here, go from one side of the cage to the other without being seen if they're really sneaky. And as you see, they have chewed some holes in here. They like to chew on things. So rats have long teeth called incisors, and they just grow and keep growing unless they get filed down, and the rats do that themselves when they chew on things. So they like to chew on things. So they'll chew on this, and usually we try to direct them towards wood items versus the plastic, but they like to chew on it. They chew on what they want to. There you go, buddy. They don't eat it, they just chew it up. Then, like wood items, we have a little wood, little tunnel here that they like to crawl through, chew on the wood here, and climb on it and things like that. So we keep little items like that, and another wood thing in here. Then we've got walnuts, so they can use their incisors to chew up this shell to get down to the nut. So that's really good for filing their teeth down too. Then I like to give them boxes. They love to crawl up in boxes and sleep in boxes together. And cardboard boxes are great. So I use just my sparkling water boxes or any other items that I have around the house. And they can open this, close the door. They like to hide down in it and play in it. So we provide those for them too. I have a little basket in here with a blanket, and so I'll put treats down in here so they have to sniff the treats out to get down in here. It's warm and cozy and fuzzy, and they can sleep in there and play in there and all the things. And then we've got, so up here, this is called lava ledge. So when they jump on this, it's kind of like a rough material. It files their nails down because their nails are really long. And so when they jump on here and play on this, it does help file their nails down. Then once they're up on this lava ledge, they can reach an enrichment item. So this item up here has little doors, little drawers that they can open, and I put treats in there, and they can get up on here and open them. It's so cute. They use their little hands to open it and get the treats out. So this is really fun for them, gives them something to do, and uses their brain to kind of an enrichment to keep them entertained and something fun to do. Hi, buddy. And we've got a little hammock here that Taquito just climbed into. Hi. They like this hammock because it has a little hole up here so they can stick their head out and look around. Hi. And back behind that hammock, we have a homemade hammock made out of fleece. And the Boys and Girls Club actually made a bunch of those for us for pet beds, and didn't even realize that they are the perfect rat hammock. So I've got that hung up back here for them. They like to be in higher places, up in one of these things too, or these hammocks. Like to be up in these high places and sleep up here, as well as in the boxes on the lower levels and burrow. So a lot of different levels, things for them to do and play with. There is a bottom level too, and I closed that off so that we could keep them up here so we can kind of see their half of the house up here. But normally that level's open too, and they can run up and down. You see this rope that we have in here? It starts from this shelf and comes around to that enrichment item. So they can actually climb on this and walk over and stay balanced on this and climb on it. And their tails that we talked about, they use that tail to help them stay balanced on it. So they're really athletic creatures as well. Aren't you, buddy? Are you super athletic? He's like, I'm going back in my hammock now. Thank you. Thank you. But so the boxes, between the boxes, the hammocks, the igloos and everything, they have plenty of places to burrow and hide and play. We can also make them dig boxes, which is just dirt in a box that's safe for them, and they can dig down in it, and they love to do that. It's one of their natural instincts, so we can make those for them as well. But this cage has a lot of different features that they like, where they can play and you have that enrichment and get those natural instincts of burrowing and climbing and things like that. This is Churro. Churro is the brother of Taquito, and Churro is actually kind of a lot bigger than Taquito. Taquito was the runt of the litter, so Churro is very big. His tail's swinging around because he wants to climb back on me. He's like, I don't feel safe and secure up in the air like that. I want to be closer to you. So he likes to get into this thing and be closer like this. And hang out on your shoulder too. Say hello, Churro. You say hello? Yeah. Oh, and we've got Taquito walking on the rope over here. And go back in the cage. Go back in. So we like to give them treats besides just their food. So they have a dry food that we give them. Take that out. Just a dry, kind of like a kibble for dogs. But we like to they can eat a lot of different human foods too. They like broccoli and kale. Kale is one of their favorites. And they can eat grapes. Dogs can't eat grapes, but rats can have grapes. And then we have these little yogis. These are just little drops of yogurt. These are one of their favorite things to eat. And when they hear this bag, they're like, oh, what's that? And here comes Oscar. Hi, Oscar. Hi, bud. This is our older rat. He took the treat. Yeah, they love yogis. Yogis are so yummy. Can I have more yogis, please? Yes. Taquito, would you like a yogi? Would you like a yogi? Yeah. Good boy. Hey, Oscar. Hey, Oscar. Oscar, would you like a yogi? Good boy, Oscar. Good job. So those are our 3 rats. They are just very sweet boys. We love having them around. They're so funny to watch and play with, and we just love them so much. Safe and healthy, and we spend a lot of time with them. So we take them out of the cage and let them explore and roam around. Thank you for joining Critter Corner today. It was so much fun to introduce you to everyone, and we'll see you soon.